Greetings, this is Mike, and welcome to the channel. Today we have the 2026 Honda ADV160 with us on this ride. We are just outside Carson City, Nevada, and we'll make our way towards the Nevada State Railway Museum. Let's mount up and get started on this ride. Time to start up the 157cc engine of this adventure-styled scooter. Nice of the delivery van to stop for us, but we're turning right at the intersection. The ADV160 has spirited acceleration. Going to advance a bit, leaving the pine trees for a more desert-looking backdrop. This road is fairly bumpy and broken. The bike does transmit those bumps to the rider, but doesn't feel unsettled or wayward. Watch out for cars overshooting the double yellow lines there. Fast forwarding ahead on our ride, we find ourselves in the main portion of downtown Carson City. We rode through here on Zorro, my Z650 RS, in the past, but going in the opposite direction. A C8 generation Corvette parked on the street. I've never been to the shops or eateries in this area, but one day I'll check them out. Slow traffic up ahead, positioning the bike for safety, staggered slightly to one side with an escape path should the car behind me decide not to stop. Fox Brew Pub. Interesting looking building, almost like a set from an old-time western movie. Nevada Legislature building to the left there. Jumping ahead further down Carson Street, we're turning right into the Nevada State Railroad Museum parking lot. Nice vintage steam engine on display right out front. Checking the railroad crossing, making sure a train isn't headed our way. They've got some construction going on in the parking lot. The main building is the yellow one on the right. They house several exhibits inside, including the locomotive used on the TV series The Wild Wild West, starring Robert Conrad and Ross Martin. We're going to do some off-roading here and get a better look at the train. I've never done this before, so we're going to take it slow and steady. While not the biggest locomotive ever, this steam engine was pretty massive compared to the ADV and was an impressive sight to behold. They have a caboose hooked up to the back of the tender as well. End of the line for us, so time for a U-turn. The ADV160 feels right at home doing this sort of thing. I'm a fan of trains, and it's a thrill seeing one up close. Kind of awesome to think that machines such as this was the state of the art in moving people around in the not so distant past. Let's shut off the bike for now. Time for a little behind the scenes look of how I take photos and video clips to use on this channel and on Instagram. Out comes the phone, and time to take some pictures. Okay, all done with the photo shoot, time to head out. Wonder what the people of the 1800s would think of a machine such as the ADV160. Kind of neat having a 21st century motor scooter next to a 19th century steam locomotive. While worlds apart in size and design, they are both solutions to a similar problem: human mobility. Moving on, while the ADV is a gas sipper, it can't run forever. It's time to fill up at the gas station. The filler cap on the ADV is under a door that is opened by pressing a switch. The fuel tank holds 2.1 gallons. Well, look at that. The previous person spent $83.37 on their fuel. We're not going to exceed that amount for sure. While not necessary, I'd like to use premium fuel. A few cents more at 2 gallons tops, not too big of a deal. For the first gallon or so, I use the autofill function of the nozzle. I can also wait for it to click, but I don't want to risk overfilling the bike. Though it did click a little past the gallon pumped. While I didn't show it, I continued to fill slowly for a bit to make sure not to fill past the filler neck. I checked the ADV a little to see the fuel level in the tank. Satisfied with the amount I put in, I returned the nozzle back to the pump. Very nice of Honda to have a holder for the gas cap. There's our total, a whopping $6.40. Not bad to fill up our ADV160. Let's head on out of here. I thought about stopping by Walmart just to grab a few items or a snack as well. Nice of that pickup just wait for us as we go by. Looks like there's more people at this Walmart than I expected. I wanted to try the scooter perk of parking right next to the building. There were some people sitting where I was planning to park, and I didn't feel all that confident leaving my bike there. Okay, so this part of the parking lot wasn't all that full, but I ended up changing my mind and decided to head back. The truck had its reverse lights on, so we gotta watch out for hazards like that, and sped up to get out of his way. Skipping ahead, and now we're heading out of Carson City, back on these bumpy back roads. Next time I'll try to ride with the windscreen in the low position so it isn't in the way as much. I've mentioned it before, but I do like how the scenery changes from the desert look to mountain pine trees in just a short distance. I've also got some mini twisties to enjoy on this road. I don't need to go insane speeds to enjoy life on two wheels. Time for some faster roads on the ADV160. While I haven't maxed the bike, it does fine in the 55 to 60 mile an hour range. There's not much left, but it does feel stable. The ADV is broken in at this point, but I still don't want to push it too hard since I haven't reached the first service milestone yet. The screen at the high position, it does help deflect more wind upwards. We could continue straight and take the faster road, but I would rather take a more relaxed and scenic route. In a previous video, I have gone down this road before, but in the opposite direction with the Z650 RS. Country lanes on a scooter like this is a mellow place to be. Out of the trees into the open fields. The horses I saw the last time aren't hanging out by the fence on this ride. reaching the end of this road, I saw a different type of horse. An Italian stallion, a Ferrari 296 GTB in gray. While not quite as engaging an engine note as that Ferrari, the Honda has a fairly smooth motor, a little lumpy at idle, but at cruise it's perfectly fine. At higher speeds, the bike is stable even with smaller wheels than a typical full-size motorcycle. I've ridden in windy conditions on the ADV and it felt secure. As we pass by Bowers Mansion on the left, it's time to end our ride. Thank you for joining me. If you like what you saw, please leave a like, write a comment, and subscribe to the Global Rider channel. Until the next ride, have a good one.